What? What the hell? Durious female leave. Durious cares family. The queen hums sadly, and the other creatures approach maniacally. A creature opposes you. Recognize it, seems killer, just like the one you refused to kill on the hunt with William. She hums and the creatures calm. Oh, finally. Okay. Alright then. Go to the large door. You return to the large door. It's closed by the simple sheet of the iron. It's partially submerged, but your feet are solid. Ground on one carved staircase under the water. It's guarded by two creatures. Open the large door. You try to open, but the creatures stop you. It places a huge entrance. Not allowed. I can open it. Your leader, your queen. We are friends. Curious. It seems lost. Jeez, why can't they speak English like the aliens in the movies? Durious love family. Death outside, allow outside. Durious joy. No. Durious love family. Family love Durious. Allow outside. Family Zola Balada. Allow outside. Durious Ramadara family Zola Balada. Wata Zola Balada. The creature gestured at the distant place. The creature gestured in the distant place. Queen. Queen. Family queen allow outside. Durious Rudra. Okay. The gesture at the path towards the palace. What? What he said? The gesture at the path toward the palace. Go. Family queen allow outside. Durious go. Family queen. Oh fuck. I have to talk to family queen then. Go to the fields. You cross the tomato fields. Another species looking like. Okay, do something. Go to the old school. You climb many steps. The queen of the creature still there, sprawled on the throne. Look at Nyx. Allow outside. Family, no allow outside. Leave outside. Durious, leave. Durious, leave. Love, family, death. Durious, leave. Love, Durious, leave. No love, family, death. Durious, love, family. Allow outside. Allow outside. Durious, love, family, death. Durious, leave. Love, family. Durious, love, family. Allow the outside. Family, no allow outside. Leave outside. Durious, leave. Durious, leave. Love, family, death. Yes, you just told me that. Change your tune. Durious, leave. Love, Durious. Leave, no love or family. Allow outside. Durious, love, family. What should I say? Family, no allow outside. Leave outside. Durious, leave. Durious, leave. Love, family, death. What should I say? Allow the outside. Durious, love, family. How about this one? The queen remains silent, then murmurs. Durious, allow outside. I hope that's yes. Look at the Nix. She's still there, lying unconscious, dehydrated. They should have taken better care of her. Okay, she is dehydrated. Um, Go to the field, do something else, go into the city, do something else. How about. Okay, door guards, allow outside now. It's your queen who ordered it. The door must have been given through their court as they nod their heads and squeeze. The doors open, majestic on two, the darkened ravine scattered with pinpricks of light from demons working at their sculpture. Your companion crossed staying dry by making multiple trips across the small ship. They discovered the hidden city with terror. Joy! You took out your time, but you've done well, dearest. Between half of the drowning in these cursed tunnels and trying not to be crushed by dinosaurs that don't speak a word of the English, I have been doing my best. Dearest always triumphs. The diplodocus closed the door behind you. You all turn toward the city. Each planet has a secret. You will see, dearest, this planet will get us back to the stars. Ah, fuck it. Okay, what just happened? Be nice to that horror on the throne. It's their queen. She's getting out here. Okay. Jax run towards the Nyx. He listened to her chest. Be nice to that horror on the throne. It's their queen. They turn, look at the silent creature on the throne. I think she's quite attractive, actually. Darius, you have a very archaic view of the beauty. Don't judge the appearance of the other creature, because you will find yourself alone in that. Ah, man. Ah, fuck. Apologize. I apologize for my behavior. Don't forget, just 2 weeks ago, I was living the million years in the past. Pardon? What? Oh, of course. You don't know. Long story. Let's talk about later. Observe the queen. Objectively, she really isn't attractive. Jack was right. You do still have bear of the mentality of your distant civilization. She is immobile. Her umbilical cord stretches out behind her. Okay. So, McKay, she's getting out of here. McCoy? What? She's unconscious. In a coma. We don't have equipment here, not even enough to cobble together to drip. I am pessimistic. Oh, leave the pessimism to me. Just find a solution. Jack blinks at you. Don't look at me like that, friend. It's not me who pushed her into this hole. Tell me the way that she can be treated. Using a modern equipment specialist having a superior species like the elves. There is also a panacea, an eggplant that only grows on New Hawaii and can be used to treat almost anything very far away from here. The god cubes could treat her. Okay, got any other ideas? Omega! Professor Gersing has a point. Omega repairs everything, even the human body. But usually we got a better uses for in that. Don't we have Omega in the peanut ship? Is there a way to call the god cubes? Yes, it would be better not to. When you left the Point Corilla, the god disappeared, but it left orders concerning you. You and Nyx for us to hunt you, and we'll kill you. I wonder what I have done to deserve that. That's a very big question, and I'm not going to speak for your fate. Why are the gods benevolent to human, except for you and the Nyx? That's the big secret there. What's an alpha? A superior race that traveled the cosmos aboard the tree vessel. A large planet if it really exists. I'm talking about the legends here. I saw once a 1 point Carolina, Everyone told me not to trust. Apparently, they are as powerful as the gods. They are getting closer and closer as constellations, and are being less and less interested and fair. But they have their battles. They don't visit the wall as tourists. So, do you think there are any of this planet? Even if their entire Earth population was here, you'd never find them. The only way to meet if they want to meet you. Oh man. The cord is thinner, almost the size of the one of the normal embryo departing behind. The throne is disappearing into the vault covered with climbing planets. You pull them back to discover a metal door with a small hole in the cord passes through you. These thousands of the creatures are fed through this small candy. Their queen really does have the power of life and the death over all of them. Open the metal door. Alright then. Okay. You push the force of the door, but nothing happens. It becomes stuck over the century, but behind it. Okay. Open the cut door. Do something else. How about I cut the cord? Because I'm trying to open it, it won't working. Okay, you kneel and take the cord between your hands. You feel the pulsing of the queen heart through the cord. Cut it and you kill all of them. Less problem, less risk. However, you will solve nothing by doing that. There might be a solution. You choose let them alive. You look up at the Jack. He knows what you nearly do. Don't look at me like that, friend. It's not me who pushed her into this hole. How about do something else? Get to the field. Another species of... Okay. Jack, have you seen any neuron creatures? Everyone, it will do you a good. Canteen, chiccory, gorge, tomato, the juice runs down to your young girl chin. These tomatoes! Jack, don't talk about your overripe puree tart. Please, it's called a pizza. These are ovaries through. But more importantly, the tomatoes is a fruit that comes from mythic earth. Thermiatic? And there are no tomatoes in the camp. Above that means that creatures are below are somehow in contact with the Americans. Think about it. Okay, Jack, have you seen the neuron creature? Jack, look at them. The demon used them as a beast burden. Have you noticed? They refuse to let them come into the contact with each other. Compulsion. Preventing them from reproducing or to maintain productivity. You have feeling there is something you are missing. Okay, go into the city. Okay, what are you thinking? It's a very old, perhaps thousands of years old. Maybe we could stay here. I always dreamed of living on another planet. It's always dark on Point of Carolina. Jai! It's always daylight here. What are you trying to say? There is an artificial sun. They all lift their heads toward the artificial sun. I am intrigued. Why did they build this strange machine? Are they even capable of building it themselves? Visit the houses. You visit the large temple. There are fully dried tomato pieces, metal, primitive tools, and some contents of stones of other temples. The sorcerer pick up a tool. Jack seemed preoccupied. What are you staring there? Jack, what's bothering you? They are not houses. They are hangars. None of them creature has home. None of them rest. Is that strange? It's a rare for three type of civilization. Rest is a part of the evolution. If they don't rest, it must be for some reason profoundly linked with their way of life. I have got a theory. We see them as independent creatures, but they are all linked. The sun here, artificial or not, gives them energy to generate the bioluminescence in the rain. Thanks for fascinating story. But does it end with ender here? How I built this spaceship was set up for the stars? I don't need your sarcasm. For the first time, Jack has been uttered almost rude. You might have to touch the nerve. Still, if you want to leave, you have got golden peanut ship, full of omega. Peanut! I can't leave because Crane is the pilot. You know the route and there is only 2 seats. Ah, so that's why you saved me. You need a guide. Can't tell, looks like she's about to cry. I saved you because you are a part of my team. I'm not going to lie to you, Jack. Yes, I saved you because I needed you. I have got my purpose. Because you are a part of... I saved you because I promised I would and I keep my word. I believe you, Darius. Let's go back to our artificial sun. I'm convinced that if we can put it all, the creature will sleep and become lethargic of halftime. I'm not trying to sound dense here, but how will that help? And in the thousands of years, these phases of sleep transform this civilization. I'm sure that they will dominate the entire planet. Completely useless then, but you keep this talk to yourself. Hey, President, what are you stealing for? Home, Xavier, President, home. You remember you Trier and all these discoveries if President is anything like you Trier, it will be great to explore. Look at the artificial sun. You determine the position is vertical. A large demon watches over the perimeter rectangular machine from its summit. Extend another biological cord that rises toward the sun. Observe the machine. Neuron creatures carry a continuous flow of creatures. Experiment to deposit into the machine. I see they collected the methane that escaped in the pod where it is then burned clever. A little too much to the talk, don't you think? If they are capable of building that, they must have capable for much more. Maybe they had help. Cut the cord of the sun. Fuck. It's full of dark. You climb onto the machine and the guardian creature raises its neck towards you. You pick up the cord. The pod collapses on you and the night suddenly falls, leaving only a faint light of the moon outside the filter of throat. As your eyes adjust the darkness, you see that all the demons have fallen to ground into the deep sleep. Do something else. Go to the Onyx. You climb the queen of the creature is still there sprawled on her throne. Jack runs towards and listens to her. Okay. Okay, open the metal doors. See, Darius, what happened if you rest your hand on the sensor to the left of the door? You place your hand on it, the sensor recognizes it. The doors open into the darkness. How do you know how that works? The tomatoes, Darius, the tomatoes. Fucking bitch. Don't look at me like that, friend. It's not me. Okay. Go down into the darkness. Oh man, again I'm going under the demon throne. You descend monopole flight to stairs. The place is vast, high, vaulted like a Gothic cathedral, solitary icons and fixed to the walls, half covered in the climbing pants. The light comes from the hundreds of thousands faintly flickering red diodes. Your step rises millennia of the dust. Furious, I'm scared. In the center of the human form, a hospital bed, half lying, sprawled above the monumental inscription behind it. You see other machines. Okay. Approach. Read the monumental inscription. Letters from the human alphabet. Ground space alphabet? What the alphabet? The chortry pushes the air around. It looks like a mime of invisible cage. Imprison. Ground space imprison. Balag Jactilia. I thought that was your word for spaceship. It's a word that means large metal thing. Ship mainly, but also often the space station. Point Corellia is a ground space that accepts other ground space. Very practical. A great way to give a false hope. Look at the sanity images. You stumble the Asian worked censors this place. Once a church. You free the icon climbing the plants. These are other look icons crafted from the wood and gold, but they depict neither Mary nor Jesus, but all the powerful cube dominating the walls. I saw similar icons during my campaign in the Ukraine. They are made by humans. Is that the Ukraine, a far off planet? It's now? Yes. Okay. Walk. Look at the other devices. You advance through the dust. Computer console in the nerve. I don't understand what they are for, but I think they got some scientific use. A glass sphere half open, big as a two-man in on your left. On your right, gentry emits grayish darkness. Finally, at the end of the what could be choir, you think there's a hole. Approach a lying form. Examine the glass sphere. There's a design engraved. You pointed out the others. The design resembles neuron creature, more precisely a huge complex neuron creature. Maybe it's their home. What are you trying to say? Cantina institution seems to be correct. This place is for neuron creatures. Their home? Like a technical component, like a fuse. This engraving instruction. Are you trying to say that these fuses are wondering about outside, that they are living creatures? But also machine like you and I, we are all the part of the process. We could go and looking for them. Ah. And this stupid word thing isn't part of my gobbly getting cocked. No. Maybe that's the name of this place. Well, that's not really pathetic alien name for this place. Okay. Approach the lying form. Kanete and Jack stick close to you, your instinct twings. You know you are about to see something terrifying. A few more steps. A hospital bed, very human. The mattress is ripped and torn. A woman lies on it. Her body has become contorted over the centuries. An umbilical cord extends from her between sprawled legs, and the cord feeds all the creature outside. Her head is tilted backward. Complex drip descended from the ceiling, keeping her body alive. What the fuck? You tremble but refuse to flinch away. Jack fails and falls to his knees. Cantia sniffs. Oh fuck, she is totally fucked up, man. Talk to the woman. Hello? Curious? No, she's going to wake up. But she never wakes. She's no longer alive. Hasn't been for a long time. You never know, even non-humans believe in ghosts. Not quite true, many believe in life after the death. I'm not really sure. I have never been scared of ghosts. When you think about it, what's more terrifying is the idea of the ghost might not exist. Okay. Look at the woman's face. You approach slowly, prepared for a macabre discovery. The upper part of the body has been vaporized, centuries, parchment skin stuck the bone. She is not really alive anymore. A long time ago, she must have been wearing something blue. Some witches has merged with her skin. Okay. Look at the hole. At the end of the nave, another completely imbeddable abyss. You approach it, you bend down. It's impossible to say it's 3 meters or 3 kilometers. Suddenly, 2 huge tentacles surge out the darkness and towards you. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Suddenly, 2 huge tentacles surge out the darkness toward you. Stay still. How about stay still? Tentacles suddenly appear and swiftly seize you. Your companions shout with fear. Its grip is firm, but you fight against it all your strength. You manage several good hits, and tentacles finally retract. You refuse to imagine what horror may be lurking in that darkness. You lie on the ground taking a deep breath as you stare the ceiling decorated with icons, still glistening in their secretion. Wait, there is something up there. Examine the ceiling. Oh, fuck. Suspended from the chains of the large blue block glowing gently. Look at the drips. The chains holding a sensor supporting equipment patch away. Surgical tools and yeah, the idea gives you shudders. Walk on the gentry, the darkness snatches at you. You could go back where you can see your companions, but this thog you can only see three things on your left. Your right and immediately in front. Oh fuck man. Enter the glass sphere. You stand aside, nothing happens, you are unsure if you are alive and disappointed. Walk to the gentry. The darkness snatches at you. Okay. Oh fuck, that would be hard. Go to the right. Turn right, gentry. What have you been doing this all time? All the time? I only just gone in. No, you haven't. You look at them silently. Okay. Go forwards. You leave gentry and rejoin your companion. Okay. The darkness snatches at you. Go left. You go to the left. You go to the left, but you witness the disturbing spectacle. You see yourself walking into gentry in front of your companion. You have gone in a time by a few seconds. I think I just traveled back in time. Changing the course of time, there might be some kind of exotic material in this object. You think about possibility going back into time and no, Darius, some defective equipment full of the Omega solidly enters space-time. It's just a secondary effect from a machine that's currently mystery to us. Be happy that you're still in one piece. Let's get out of here. Fuck. Okay, do something. What can we do? Go into the city. Go down into the darkness. Oh man, I can't go there. Do something. Go to the fields. Move two neuron creature close together. You push one neuron creature towards another interior in each other, creating a single, much larger creature. Looks like we are on the right track. Move the neuron creature closer. You move several neuron creatures together. They fuse, forming an ever-growing indicate ball of neurons. It was a single creature divided in smaller ones. Yes, and now it's beginning the artificial words. Push the ball into the sphere under the city. Okay. Nearby neuron creature come to join your ball, which is gradually growing larger and larger and heavier, pushing its all across onyx temple ordeal, especially when you practically glue the mass of curvature. The last few meters easiest way, the ball neuron creatures naturally fitting into the sphere. Okay. One by one, all sensors in the ceiling light up, electronics equipment hum into life. You exclaim with surprise, what's happening? A voice rings out. stolen. A bright arrow indicates the sphere. Ah, neuron ball. Neuron ball, actually. Okay, do you understand these words? Half part language of gods, part local dialect. It stands happen to isolated colonies over time. What is this place? Ground space imprisoned. Okay, so what do you do here? Ground space kanakata. Inflated, Omega. Inflated Omega! Inflated Omega! Is there Omega here? Hello, what are you? Neuron ball, neuron ball. Or cuts in ground space in prison. Okay, who is the woman here? The Darius female? Darius female single hit. Know that. Female neuron ball extended. Darius female. Okay, neuron ball. Can you treat the female neuron ball? Doctor, Darius female. Perfect. Let's bring the Neox here. Isn't it dangerous? What is the genetics? This thing carried out genetic experiment. They didn't have any choice. They are for a reason. They needed to survive for that reason. A single woman is not enough to carry on the line. The urine ball created this organism so it could reproduce alone. It's a gesture. If they could do that, surely they could create other humans. I think that's the neuron ball had to do, improvised. It's an inhuman. But neuron ball isn't human. As far as concerned, it's very logical. Okay. What was the purpose of this mission that you absolutely had to accomplish? Imprison. Okay, can you elaborate on that? Imprison. This thing driving me crazy. And the tentacles creature, there is that experimental genetic too? No. So there is also a dangerous, uncontrollable creature roaming here too. Great. Great, that's great. Is there any Omega here? Inflated. Inflated. Okay, where is the inflated Omega? A hologram show a map that looks like an angel of 16. Around 200 kilometers to the east? Far away. Nothing is ever simple. Why were we cut into a small part and forced to work to the field? What's the chain of blue things is up there? Imprison. Yeah, I know the chain. What is it? Imprison. You. Why are we cut a small parts of force field? Okay. Family, no love. Neuron ball, family love. Family give death to neuron ball. Oh. Can you bring the blue thing down? Lights go out, divert power to the task. The blue thing descends to defining clutcher chains its huge semi-transition to block the energy. Displace prisoner, a single creature, 4 powerful legs, flat triangle, head with its mouth open, let loose silent roar. Black mouth, blood, red eyes, its tough muscle look like they could lay waste building all combined to give a sense of unstoppable power. Inflated. What this grey genitry? Atomless. Vata atomless. The sorcery takes a piece of metal in its tiny arms and pulls upward. Fire. Force. Force. What is the purpose of the force? Force. Force. I had forgotten how pointless it was to hope or any useful information from you. What is this creature? Never seen it before, but it looks like it's a being genetical, optimized in every way. Inflated. Recollection. Recollection. It clearly wants to talk about this creature. Prisoner. Prisoner. Do you think we risk something happening if we set it free? Well, it could kill us all, or maybe place in companion, Freezer Green and Love Jack, or both on the point Carolina any pieces, and loving eating and delicious. You do know that none of this helping, right? Curious, give love. Okay, let's say that. Neuro free the prisoner. Nope. That's gonna be fucked up. Why did you set up home here? Omega. Why set up 200 kilometers away from the inflated Omega? Inflated Omega ground space. That I understand. A high construction of omega modify the local structure of space-time. That's what it's like to Point Washington. It's probably dangerous to be too close. You begin to understand why you came across the many precious vessels into the desert. Ah, bring next to the neuron ball. Um, let's see what happens if we do this. The blue cube disappears and creature fly lands. It turns head towards you. Oh fuck. A mental metallization of your mind, you and your companion collapse to your knees and stun. The creatures rear back massive onto two hind legs, rejoicing, roaring unintelligibly. It gives you an aura of death, as it were ultimate galactic predator. It gazes a priest through you, it continues to speak an incomprehensible language, then takes your head between its huge feet and it crushes it. Darius and the other humans here. Darius, you are like me, an immoral conqueror. I see your past. I respect you. It releases you and you fall back to the ground. You struggle to stay conscious under the furious mental assault. And we have shared objective. Very well. I shall take you where you wish to go. Your mental fortitude has allowed you to see me as the Lord of Lords. I shall await you on the throne, made of the bones of my enemies, ruling over the million worlds. Final mental assault and you lose conscience. Wake up. You wake up with the start Jack in the process of slapping you. Wow, for a military guy, you sure do faint easily. Behind him stand imprisoned mass of prisoner on its four legs, its back, Nithya prison green, smiling. What are you doing up here? It's put us there. It's very playful. Don't you think it's about like one the dogs from mythic Earth? They are smaller, not la fucking bigger. Did you write them? They were much smaller. They are a dog descended from the ark on the main American planets, and yes, they are smaller. Watch out, this creature is dangerous. Kennethia laughed. But it's as gentle as anything. The prisoner approaches and licks you effectively, almost completely covering you in slavia. What the fuck? This creature spoke to me. It's not what you think it is. What did you say? It said that I was an immoral conqueror, that I would join it a throne made from the bones of my enemies. Darius, you're still gripped by the psychosis of your past. I promise that after we get out of here, I will take you to the New Virginia to see the top of specialists suit your troubled mind. You shift your gaze to stare up into creature blood-red eyes. I'm almost sure. We all lost conscience. If it meant to us any harm, it would have eaten us. It's gentle. Trust the creature. Okay. You probably hallucinated. It wouldn't be first time you decided to trust the prisoner. Oh, fuck it. Bring back the Nurix. You return the throne and take the Nurix arms holding her head. You lay her carefully next to a woman. The neurable equipment is scanned toward the next device. Move back the fort, scanning her both hologram. Her skin appears. Curious female neural ball death. She has a bleed on the brain. Blood is currently fleeing her skill. I don't think there is any hope. Your heart stopped. You would never have thought it's possible. A prisoner say we could use Omega to save Nix. And how are we going to get there? We have a ship. It's small, but those crazy idiots have missiles. They shoot down the justice on sight. Maybe we could avoid the missiles. Maybe we could avoid the missiles. Don't even think about they will be on high alert ever since they escaped from the volcano. Wait, what if the prisoner transported us in next to the inflated Omega? Could it take us 200 kilometers? But you already know the answer. It has the muscle of the partner and the power of the dinosaur. I think it can do it. Let's go look for Omega on the giant dog. Fuck it. At the edge of abyss, Jack stay behind the steady neuron ball. You create a harness of the giant dog with a strong leash and ropes. Tie necks on the climb onto the numerous animals. It is say a large that it's walked along bottom of the lake, large door. It's Nif sculpture. You hold on the tight 3, 2, dignity lifts its claw gripping the rock. You arrive at the shore. The members of the clans of the team from the Raven ship have set up a camp. Your roaring appearance has sent them fleeing or paralyzed them with terror. One brave warrior steps forward, spear in hand, but you mount seizes him between its teeth. Let him go, prisoner. With the toss of its head, your mount sends the warrior flying. You hear a prisoner's sinister laugh. Durious betrayer, traitor! You sent the demon and you ride the devil. Now there is a well-earned Astrovel. You can't win. We will kill you. What a gratitude. For once the huge Orosius seems quite small. He is curious about the beast you ride. Darius, you have got a talent for finding the most unusual friends. I have found the dog to catch you, Raven. Guards, shoot this infernal beast. Prisoner, ignore them. Get out of here. Prisoner, take them. The animal bounds towards, but the frisky weapons are even crew. Members are still deadly injured. 2 or 3 times it's grown. Tosses you to the ground. The warrior leaps forward to finish it off. Village crew members pistol hand and close around you. Oh fuck. I have to run it. God damn it. What the fuck I just did. Do it again. Fucked. God damn it. Why it's loading? What the fuck? Okay, here. Seriously? Seriously. Okay, so Olian is back. Let him go, prisoner. Do nothing. Prisoner jaws snap at close almost everything. The warrior hold the scream of terror doubled in the camp. Empty souls save the queen and crew members. You will pay for this, Mary Stat. Remember what just happened, because that was the only beginning. For once, the huge issue seems quiet. Prisoner, ignore them and get out of here. The animal leaps over the enemy lines and few steps out the range of their weapons. The prisoner bonds for the due to the dawn under the midday. I'm glad the voice is back. Heat of the twin suns moving faster than the speeding train. For a few seconds you glimpse Vichiel trying to chase you, but they quickly disappear into the distance. The mountain range come into a view to the west of your destination. Who? I distract these cocksucker. You have seen many strange things over the last few days and hours, but nothing could have prepared you for this. They are not mountains. It's the sprawled corpse of a bird-headed humanoid, muffled by time. Metal plums protrude from the sand like a titanesque monologues. Monolithics, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like an infinite tower seeming to go beyond the sky. Spare parents to the planet. The creature arms locked into eternal struggle to remove it. Its big and immense peak pointing towards the star. The gods spoke here once long ago. Every planet is in secret, Jack once said. Cool. So, the dead god. The prisoner skid to halt in the sand, and in front of the body is dead god. A zero is here. Okay. Approach to zero. Look for Omega. No source of Omega on the horizon, perhaps in the hill of huge creature. Dig a hole. Approach zero. You approach carefully. Curious? Huh? Is that subtle? Don't take this a wrong way, but all the zero look at the same to me. For NSS human are like, but there is a human and there is Nix. Vata NSF, 0 point itself. Subtle. For subtle, humans are like, but there is a human and there is Nix. Still this option. What is the huge creature? Urax. Vata Rikis? The zeros say. Large gods of gods, they eat the stars and destroy the worlds. Judge architects, the destructors. Destructors. Krata holds back and cry for surprise. Who killed the destructors? Inflated destructors. I get it. It was that bitch ratio. The god kill each other? Human give that human. Why destructor not give that to destructor? Impeccable logic. Okay, why are you so attached to Nix? The zero carefully brings one its limbs to Nix solar plexus. For its part, this seems to be equivalent explanation, but for you, it means nothing. Okay, can you confirm if you really are a subtle? The zero show its white mask, it's subtle. You seem like a nice zero. Love subtle. Marry zeros are killer. No. Okay, what happened after our ship exploded? Subtle alone. Subtle walk. Subtle arrive here. Excellent summary. And so you want it for us here. Omega gave a dream to Subtle. Subtle dream human. Here. Dig a hole to mountain the creatures. Its body is hard as a rock but smooth as a glass. It's impossible to dig. Subtle, we are looking for Omega. Subtle means it passes its limbs through the sand and it's black. Put Nix down on the sand. Is this Omega linked to the structures? Perhaps it is a pair. If Subtle had to give that to the structure, maybe Omega would be a good weapon. Put Nix down on sand. You gently place Nix onto the darkness area radiating from the gigantic corpse. You half bury her head at the 200 meters down the sand really is full of black substance. You are still staying in silence. What's the others thinking? You don't think it will work. Everything on this planet is all dirty, awful. What you need is to sterile professional operating theater. You have seen so many brave soldiers die in the mud. Well as their friends prayed they would live, they never lived. Nix's good eyes open. She suddenly pushes herself on one elbow. What are you all doing? Standing around like that? We need to get out of our ship, pick up anyone who's still alive, and survey our surroundings. Get to work. You crouch down in front of her. Take Nix into your arms. Darius, what the hell do you think you're doing? Then she feels pangs of hunger seize her invisible hands. The prisoner behind you and understand that something really has happened. Kantika will take care of her and help her recover by feeding her tomatoes, telling her about the events transmitted since she blacked out. Meanwhile, you try to gather topological information from the silent subtle. You also allow yourself to rest a little. The twin suns set the sky afire as they set with the only relief, the graceful salutes of Nix at the top of the dune, curious by the falling night. You approach her with her presence, millions of possible paths, seas, leaving only one path to victory. You want her to always be your second. To tell the truth, for a moment you wonder if you could be her second size, the Raven ship, fly from world to world, leaving the darkness of your torment behind. Krantika. Krantika told me everything. This young girl holds you in high esteem. Be a good role model to help her. Become someone who can fix your mistakes. Krantika will become what she wants to become. Never a kind word. Next, does partnering up with me scares you? Nix turns towards relaxing for a moment. Thank you, dearest. You don't know how to respond. I'm not scared about partnering up with you. Here is my proposition. We will find liberty on Europa, then we will go back to America. So staying with our strange crew, exploring other world, it doesn't tempt you? Tell me, Darius, haven't you ever wondered if you weren't perhaps the worst man in the history? Kantika will become she wants to become. I am Ulysses, I have done my war, and now I want to find my own people. I run ground of the island after island, battling monster and the gods. Nyx turns her bad eye to you. And now you overcome the Cyclops. So staying with our strange crew, exploring other worlds, it doesn't tempt you? I'm not America's most wanted anymore. You stay silent. Dearest, like you, I have to serve my people. You are right, the Americans are still my enemy, and you are one of them. No, you are no longer my enemy. If you return to America, they will kill you, you know. So they kill me? You are mad. I will stop you from going back to America. You are right. Okay. You are no longer my enemy. I will remember that. Why are you so cold? You saved me. You acted out the self-interest. Even if that wasn't the case, the act of saving your friend is nothing exceptional. It's just something you do. Are you a robot? You want gratitude? You want a medal? You want me to like Kentika, a prostitute myself at the feet? If you were a god, what do you want me to do? You don't think you hate her, but